Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today we will lose ourselves in The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks. The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks, published in 2008, is a poignant tale of love, destiny, and redemption. It follows a Marine's journey to find the woman in a photograph he believes brought him luck during the Iraq War, intertwining romance, drama, and a search for meaning. Plot summary. Logan Thibault, a former Marine, walked across the country with his faithful dog, Zeus, compelled by a photograph he found during his deployment in Iraq. The photograph, showing a smiling woman at a fair, seemed to bring him extraordinary luck, saving his life in dire moments. Logan believed the photograph had a deeper meaning, urging him to seek out the woman it depicted. That determination led him to the quiet town of Hampton, North Carolina. Hampton exuded small-town charm, with its quaint streets and long-standing traditions. Logan arrived weary yet driven, his thoughts consumed by the photograph and the woman he sought. Her name, he discovered, was Elizabeth Bate Green. Bate lived a life burdened by responsibility. She ran a dog kennel with her grandmother, Nana, and cared for her son, Ben, all while navigating the emotional scars left by her ex-husband, Keith Clayton. Keith, a deputy sheriff, was a manipulative man with a possessive streak, intent on controlling Bate's life and keeping her from moving on. When Logan first encountered Bate, she mistook him for a stranger in search of a job at the kennel. Seizing the opportunity to be near her, Logan accepted the position and quickly became an integral part of her world. Zeus's calm and disciplined demeanor earned Logan the admiration of both Bate and Nana. Despite her initial hesitation, Bate found herself drawn to Logan's quiet strength and gentle nature. His kindness stood in stark contrast to the tension and fear Keith instilled in her. Ben, Bate's young son, was an observant and compassionate boy who often felt overshadowed by his father's overbearing expectations. Unlike Keith, Logan treated Ben with respect and patience, forging a bond that became a source of solace for the boy. As Logan spent more time at the kennel, his connection to Bate and Ben deepened, and the walls Bate had built around her heart began to crumble. Keith, however, was far from blind to the growing bond between Logan and Bate. His jealousy and need for control drove him to meddle in their lives, using his authority as a deputy to intimidate Logan and remind Bate of his power. Keith's behavior grew increasingly erratic, fueled by his fear of losing the dominance he wielded over his ex-wife and son. Logan struggled with his secret, the true reason he had come to Hampton. He feared that revealing the photograph and its significance might shatter the fragile trust he had built with Bate. Yet as their relationship blossomed into love, he knew he couldn't keep the truth hidden forever. The turning point came when Bate discovered the photograph in Logan's belongings. Overwhelmed by the revelation, she questioned his intentions and the sincerity of his feelings for her. Logan tried to explain, confessing how the photograph had guided him and how his journey was about more than fate. It was about finding the connection he had long been missing. Though Bate struggled to process the weight of his confession, she couldn't deny the depth of his love and the goodness in his heart. Amidst the personal turmoil, Keith's actions escalated. His temper and reckless behavior posed an increasing danger to those around him, especially Bate and Ben. His need to assert control blinded him to the harm he was causing, creating a rift even between himself and his son. Bate, strengthened by Logan's presence, began to push back against Keith's manipulation, asserting her independence and prioritizing Ben's well-being. One fateful evening, during a violent storm, Ben wandered off toward the creek near their home, drawn by the allure of adventure. When Keith realized Ben was missing, panic set in, and he joined Logan in the search. The storm raged on, and the creek swelled with rushing water, turning the rescue into a perilous endeavor. In the chaos, Logan spotted Ben clinging to a tree branch, the water threatening to sweep him away. Without hesitation, Logan plunged into the torrent, risking his life to save the boy. Keith, too, arrived at the scene, but his impulsive attempt to intervene ended tragically. In the struggle, Keith was swept away by the current, his life claimed by the storm. Logan emerged from the creek with Ben in his arms, shaken but alive. The ordeal cemented the bond between Logan and Bate, uniting them in their shared love and gratitude. In the aftermath, Bate reflected on the twists of fate that had brought Logan into her life. She saw his unwavering dedication as proof that their connection was meant to be. Logan found peace in knowing that his journey had led him to a place where he was needed and loved. Together, he and Bate began to build a future, one defined by hope, healing, and the promise of new beginnings. The photograph, once a symbol of mystery and destiny, found its place in their home, a quiet reminder of the path that had brought them together. Looking for more great reads? Be sure to check out other books by Nicholas Sparks. Find them in the description or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Nicholas Sparks's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.